Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to use plot, fill, and Plotshape, and in the next video I'm going to show you guys how to use box and line. So before we do this, we're going to want to know a little bit about the TA methods, as they're going to be very useful in plotting specific things. So here in the docs you can see we can get the VWAP, we can get the DMI, we can get the SMA, we can get the EMA, we can get quite a few things, we can get the RSI, and we can plot those things using this if we're not using a custom number that we've created. So to plot, all we have to do is type plot, and then we type in what we are plotting. So for example, I can plot, let's say, the close, and to make it more visible, I'm going to do close minus 5. So it's going to plot 5 points below the close, and if we save this, we can add this to the chart. And you can see it is plotting 5 points below the close of each bar. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the styling. We can give it a name. So for the title, I'm just going to put example plot. For the color, we can do one of two things. We can do color equals, if we want transparency, we can do color.new. And then input the color. So we can use defaults, we can do color.yellow, and then the transparency will be a 1 to 100 number, 100 being invisible. So if we put 50, it'll be a little bit transparent. So we can do that. So now if we update that, it's going to be yellow, it's going to be a little bit transparent there. And if we don't want the transparency, you don't have to do this .new. All you just have to do is just do color.yellow. So I'm going to remove this. So this is what it would look like if you just want yellow. Now the next thing we can do is we can change the line width by doing line width. So let's set this equal to 5 to make it very thick. Let's also change the style. So we can do style equals plot.style. Let's do circles. So now it's going to be very thick circles, as you can see there. Now let's mess around a little bit with what we are plotting using one of these TA methods. So if we wanted to plot, for example, the 21 EMA, all we have to do is TA, and then we'll use the EMA method. And the inputs, as you can see here, are the source, which is normally going to be the close, and then the length. So to do 21 SMA, we just do 21 length, and we can save that. Now you can see we are plotting the 21 SMA. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to create a fill between two plots. So let's copy this and let's create another plot here. And let's set these equal to variables that we can use in our fill function. So we can do A equals plot, and then A equals plot. So for the second plot, I'm going to make this equal to ta.vwap, and let's make this equal to B, not A. So now we have two plots. We have one as the VWAP and one as the 21 SMA. Now to fill between these, all we have to do is use the fill function, and then we will input one of the lines, which will be A, the second line, which will be B, and then we can input the color. So I'm going to do color equals, let's do color.new, and let's make it a little bit transparent, and let's do black, and then I will do 80, so it's mostly transparent. So color.black there. So you can see there is a darker fill. Let's make it a little bit more visible. We'll just do 50 for video purposes. So let's add this. Let's remove this. So now you can see it's a bit darker. It is filling between those two. We have a super thick line width. It's plotting as circles. And that's essentially how you're going to use the fill function there. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to use the plot shape. Now to use the plot shape, I'm going to have it plot shapes using a conditional. So I'm going to create a value called conditional and set that equal to, we're going to make this be true when the low is below the low of the previous bar. So if the current low is below the low of one bar back. So this is just testing if the low is above the previous low. Or sorry, the low is below the previous low. So to plot a shape, all we do is plot shape, and then we will plug in here the conditional, and then we will create a title, let's say low below previous, and then for the style, let's do style equals shape dot, and then let's do a diamond here. And then we can do a color just like before. Let's do color dot red since it is breaking the lows. And we can do a few other things, but these are the main things that you're going to want to do, that you can do. So now you can see we have a red diamond showing for every single bar where the low is below the previous low. Now, another things that we can do is change the location. So you can see this is showing at the top of the bar. So to change the location, all we do is location equals location dot, and then we can see we have above bar, below bar, bottom, top. So to do below the bar, you can just do location dot below bar. And if we update this to the chart, it's going to show all of these shapes that we've chosen, the diamond shape that is colored red, below each of those bars at each point where this conditional is true. Now that's essentially how we can use plot, we can use fill, and then we can also plot a shape and do it based on a conditional. And that's pretty much it.